They say the eyes are the first to go. You know what I'm talking about. You're now buying books in big print because you can't see close up anymore. And how about this? The settings on your phone have gotten even bigger. Glasses and contacts can do the trick, but what if you could just turn back the clock and get the good-looking eyes you used to have, or even better? Well, today you can, and here to tell us how, please welcome ophthalmologist Dr. Colby Stewart and his patient and optometrist, Dr. Michael Pickering. Hello there. Okay, so I'm going to start with Dr. Pickering. So oftentimes as an optometrist, you are used to giving people prescriptions for their glasses and contacts and the whole bit, but you had your own eye issues you were dealing with too.
Yeah, it got to the point where I was tired with the contact lenses, then pulling out the readers, and if I didn't wear contacts, it was the no-line bifocals. And so I've talked to patients over the years and referred plenty to Dr. Stewart.
And then you didn't see those patients anymore because they're like, their eyes are perfect now.
Yeah, and I thought, you know, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time.
It's nice when you have another doctor come to you. That speaks volumes.
Yeah, and it did. He came up to me after I was giving a continuing education lecture, and he came up to me at the end of the lecture and says, "I'm next. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I can't stand the contacts and the readers on top of the glasses." And so we talked about the options. And one of the things, and I think a lot of people that are over 40. Even if we do perfect LASIK surgery, we can get both eyes seeing great 20/20 distance. If you're over 40, you're going to need some reading glasses help, and that's just the
and that's just a hassle.
It's an aging process, and so it happens to everybody.
Yeah, so not if, but when is it going to happen, and it does. Having those glasses I have them all around the house, and I keep telling you I'm getting in because I'm done with that, but it does become kind of cumbersome. And there are ways to ease into it. You can start with a contact process, because the way this is done is one eye is used for distance, the other eye is used for close-up.
Mm-hmm. Right, and what we do is we find out which eye is dominant, and that can usually, if someone's right-handed, their right eye dominant, and if they're left-handed, their left eye dominant. But it's not always doesn't always follow that rule. But we have their distance eyes, the dominant eye set for distance, and the non-dominant eye, we can kind of set the focal point where we want it. If someone's more on the computer, we can kind of set it for there. If they want it closer in, we can set it for there. And every time I tell a patient about monovision or blended vision, and tell them how it works, they say, "No, that sounds crazy. I'm going to be walking crooked. I'm going to feel drunk. I'm going to walk over curbs." And it's like, no, it's not. It doesn't work like that. You're, about 95% success rate in my hands. 95% success rate. Patients go. It's like I never thought. I didn't even notice one eye was switching to
and
the
before
other.
you commit to the surgery, you can use the contacts to see how you like that.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's what you did, right?
Yeah.
That's what I've done with a lot of patients. Is I show them through contact lenses. Here's how you would end up after Dr. Stewart's procedure.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, this is great. So
yeah, that's a great way to ease them into that. Okay,
exactly.
We say blade-free LASIK. I had LASIK not too long ago, and it's funny how many people ask me, you did that to your eyes? Was there a blade? It's not the blade that you're thinking of anyway, but no. But with LASIK, it's a whole different deal.
Well, I think the main thing about LASIK is people are just absolutely terrified, which for good reason, that someone's going to be working on their eyes. But on a procedure that takes less than 6 minutes, we numb up the eyes. We also give a patient the prescriptions for Valium so they're relaxed and they're not nervous. And there really is not much, feel a little pressure, but there's no pain associated with it.
All.
We use a laser now. So instead of using a blade, which I used 10 years ago with good success, now we just have the accuracy of all laser. When we make the flap on the cornea, we use a laser. And when we flatten the cornea out, we use another laser, so everything's laser now.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the questions that I was asked, because I had somebody cornered me at a party one day, like, well, answer this, and she goes, what if, I'm afraid I might blink.
Yeah, that is the number one thing that I tell patients now is you can't do anything to mess it up.
Right.
I mean, really, after 18,000 procedures, I've never had anybody, do what they're worried about: coughing, sneezing, moving, trying to get up in the middle of the case. It just doesn't happen. I mean, they're relaxed. I'm talking to them, walking them through every step of the procedure.
Yeah, and what's amazing to me is that the results are immediate. There's really no downtime. And so when you got up and looked for the first time with those new eyes...
I was on the way home. My daughter drove me, and I'm looking around thinking, this is pretty good. You know, far and near and everything in between. And it's been amazing. It was just 10 days ago.
How often do you reach for your contacts or glasses, or reach to take them out because you're so used to doing that?
I went home. I threw out all my contact lens cases and all my solution. I still reach for my glasses occasionally, and I'm thinking,
I kept trying to push my glasses
Wait,
up at one
yeah,
point.
I
I
don't
thought,
need
no,
to
there's
do
nothing
that
to push up anymore.
That's right.
All right. To qualify for LASIK, give us the qualifications.
Well, to qualify for LASIK, I mean, basically anybody that wears glasses. I mean, you got to be within a parameter. Some people are too nearsighted, and we have something else called the ICL, implantable contact lens, for those people who are not in the sweet spot. And then also patients that are really farsighted. Sometimes I have patients come in, all they want to do is get out of reading glasses. Mm-hmm. They see great in the distance, and we would do the contact trial with them to see how they would like it, and we could do LASIK on those. But basically, you got to be 21 years or older, and if you get 65 or 70, you know, you're starting to deal with other problems like cataracts and stuff, and we have answers for that too.
Yeah, yeah. All right. And this lasts for pretty much the rest of someone's life, or?
Well, yeah, that's what we're doing it for. But you can't say forever, because we've only been doing LASIK for 25, 30 years.
Yeah, because you get the one guy who lives to he's a 250.
That's right. I mean, but we know that in the old days we did RK, the incisions in the cornea, and we see that those patients, they come back after about 10 years and their prescriptions change. But with LASIK patients, we did a long time ago, they're staying even. There's really not any regression.
Yeah, yeah. Dr. Pickering, so now you can recommend it to your patients knowing full well what it is.
Even more so now. I
Yeah.
mean, I've talked about it for years and finally jumped on board. So it'll be nice now to have kind of firsthand experience.
Yeah.
And
with all of it. You can say, this
with
is what
all
you're going
of
to
it
do with contacts,
and
you're doing this with glasses, but this is what you're doing with LASIK.
and trust that guy.
Yeah, and trust that guy.
And
All
trust
right.
that guy.
Well, Dr. Stewart, that guy, has a special offer for Great Day Houston viewers. $1,000 off for callers who schedule LASIK surgery before October 30th. For more information, log on to colbystewartmd.com or stewartlasik.com. And you can also call this number at 713-358-4340, 713-358-4340. Thank you very much. Don't forget to log on to Facebook and let us